Hi, welcome. It's Jackie from Cambridge Safety. Welcome to one of our Take 5 videos. Just take 5 minutes for one aspect of workplace health and safety. In this short video, we're just going to have a quick look at the workplace health, safety and welfare regulations. These were introduced originally in 1992 as part of the six-pack, which sits under the Health and Safety at Work Act and the Management of Health and Safety at Work regulations. Prior to this, we had the Factories Act and the Office Shops and Railway Premises Act that covered workplace issues, but in some cases they were a little bit different. If you worked in a factory or an office, that actually required to have different numbers of toilets. So we've got this particular set of regulations that consolidates the requirements. So it is the workplace health, safety and welfare regulations. Some of the requirements overlap, but from a health point of view, we've got things like making sure that there's adequate lighting in the workplace, depending on the tasks and activities that are being undertaken. It's well ventilated. That could be natural ventilation or forced ventilation. The working temperature. Now, there's no maximum temperature, but there is a minimum temperature. If you're doing work where it's manual, it's 13 degrees centigrade. If it's sedentary work, you're sitting down, it's 16 degrees centigrade. But there's no maximum. We've still got to do things, though, to ensure the safety of people and their health is maintained, even if temperatures are high. So we've got lighting, ventilation, temperature, and the workplace needs to be kept clean. That could be cleaning the actual workplace itself, the fixtures and fittings, and even practical things like emptying bins. From a safety perspective, we've got to make sure there's adequate space, that you have doors that open and close correctly. They're not going to come off their hinges and cause a hazard. The floors are in good condition and suitable for the traffic that's actually going to go on them. Don't have to have windows, but if you do have windows, they're cleaned. If they're designed to be opened, they can be opened easily, and they don't create a hazard for people outside of the building as well. We've got to prevent the risk of falling and falling objects. And this is the set of regulations that says let's try and keep people and vehicles apart and make sure we've got suitable traffic routes, whether that's inside the building or in our yard and outside the building. We've got a requirement to maintain the workplace equipment, devices and systems. We've got to make sure they're maintained in good condition and they're clean and working. And if we've got mechanical means such as ventilation, that these are maintained on a regular basis so they work effectively. And also the maintenance is carried out safely and records are kept. So that could be our main ventilation system, but that could equally be applied to the hand dryers that we've got in the toilets. The workplace health, safety and welfare regulations, they are a piece of law, they're statute law, and if companies don't adhere to them, they can be prosecuted. So here we have an accident that led to a prosecution where someone basically fell out of a low windowsill on the second floor bedroom and killed. And a very low cost solution would have prevented this accident from occurring. We've got health, safety, and then welfare. So welfare provision, we can call them sanitary conveniences, which includes toilets and urinals. It's also having hand basins with hot and cold water, a means of you being able to wash your hands and clean your hands, so some soap and then some towels or air dryers that you can then dry your hands. They've got to be kept clean, well maintained, and the lighting's got to be okay in there as well. You might have facilities for drinking water. That could be from a mains tap, but it could also be a water dispenser and a receptacle, i.e. a cup or something like that, that you can drink your water from. If you've got where people need to change, locker rooms with seats with backs, might need to provide lockers or a means of people being able to store their clothing safely and securely if they've got to change clothing when they get to work. Welfare areas are again a way of a welfare area where people can sit down. You've got to have your drinking water, a means of heating water as well for hot drinks. And if you're not near anywhere where people can get hot food, a means of people being able to heat their food up. And you can see here some good examples, but some poor examples of the waste welfare facilities that I've seen as well. So we have the health, safety and welfare regulations. Sanitary conveniences, i.e. toilets. This is where we've got a guidance note that helps us decide, okay, how many employees have we got? What's the male-female split? What number of toilets, cubicles, wash basins do we need to provide? It does say within the regulations, if you've got various buildings on the same site, the welfare facilities don't actually have to be in the building that the person is working in. So you may have someone who's, let's say, looking after a storeroom or a warehouse. That may not actually have any toilet facilities, but they've got to be on site and easily accessible. So there we have a quick potted tour of the workplace health, safety and welfare regulations. Thanks very much for watching. It's Jackie from Cambridge Safety, www.cambridgesafety.co.uk. Thanks very much.